Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for gathering around the telescope with me this week for the newsletter for next week, January 18th through January 24th. A little tired tonight. The last two nights I've been out observing till about 2 o'clock in the morning. Got home about 3:30. So started observing 6, 7 o'clock and out in Utah's West Desert. Look for those observing reports. I'll probably share a couple videos. One of them shows we suffer in January typically here in Utah through something called inversion. It's basically what happens is we get snow on the ground and then we get a high pressure over us, and that high pressure takes all the pollutants that are coming out along the Wasatch Front and traps them because it puts a layer of cold air boundary between us and basically like where the ski resorts and the mountains are and stuff. And so it puts a boundary layer, so we get all the pollutants down low, and it traps the air. If you actually go, like right now, it's in the typically by day low 40s. If you were to go up into the mountains, you'd probably be mid 40s to upper 40s. So it's just a little bit of a temperature inversion. Also, the big thing is the pollutants. The pollutants are horrible right now. To escape this, Shane and I went an hour and a half away, almost an hour and 40 minutes away, down to Erickson Pass to the Corral site. It was beautiful. There was no inversion. You can see inversion out toward Wendover and stuff like that out there. But here, there was nothing. It was just gorgeous. Had a great time. Observation IC 443 again. Supernova remnant there in Gemini and some other objects. Did a lot of open clusters. Did some Hicksons and some Abels. And so anyway, I'll be sharing that pretty soon, hopefully next week sometime with you. I just want to go through the newsletter now. You can see this week begins on the 18th with new moon. I'm hoping to get out there the night of the 18th and or the 19th to get another day or two in and observing. I'm putting together right now a guide. I have about 3 of them ready. I just need to refine them a little bit. This one's on a redness and observing there. There's beginning, intermediate, advanced, and some really challenging objects. I think some people will find a good challenge there for it. So going to be spending time on those that day or those 2 days in a redness, just making sure the guide is effective and good before I publish it. Got one for Taurus coming up, also got one for Gemini. So hopefully you can join me to go winter river rafting among the celestial river of redness. There'll be no bull in Taurus, and we'll talk about the mighty twins of Gemini and looking at twins up there, different types of twin objects, so to speak. Anyway, back to the newsletter. So the 18th is new moon. You can see that. 19th we get just basically just a sliver of a crescent, if anything, and then the moon continues to brighten through the 24th, approaching first quarter on the 26th, which we'll talk about next week. And you can see on the table here we have that, and it shows it. So think of it this way: probably Sunday through, I would say, Tuesday, you really go after deep sky stuff. Just go. Plan on it. Just go after the faint stuff. Galaxies, nebula, whatever it is, planetaries. Anything that's faint that you're going to want to get, now's the time to do it on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Wednesday's transition day. You can start the evening with some basic lunar observation among the terminator. That crescent, that waxing crescent will fade really quick that evening, and then open up the sky for more deep sky objects and faint objects that night. By Thursday, we begin to look at it's getting a little bit bigger. Moon lingers longer. It's a split night. You're going to get the moon probably till about 8, 9 o'clock. I'd have to look at the actual set time on that. And then you can have the rest of the evening for DSO. By Thursday, I'd say by Friday, Saturday, it's getting too bright, too big. It's going to impact faint objects. You're going to begin to transition into just lunar observing right along the terminator, double stars, and open clusters that are bright and shiny, maybe some showcase items if you want. In the newsletter, I've kind of broken down some lunar observing here. I need to make that a little bigger, so let's do that. Targeted lunar features. Oh, come on, I want to make that a little smaller. Make that smaller. Sorry, just going to do some cleanup from the from here. And I do think the other thing I should have done here is just underline these. Sorry, it's a work in progress. I'm not perfect, don't claim to be, and I think I can make a perfect video for you. But if I see something I'm gonna make a correction, I guess I could pause the video and do it. But anyway, so be it. Anyway, I have targeted lunar features that you can go through for each night. January 22nd, really close to Mare Crisium, the Sea of Crisis. The 23rd, you're looking at Mare Fecunditatis, and then on the 24th, the Mare of Tranquillitas, which is Sea of Tranquility, and you can look at Theophis there. You can look through the newsletter and see the recommendations that I've made there, just kind of using some of my lunar books over there. And astronomical twilights, again, new moon on the 18th. Mercury this week will be at superior conjunction on Tuesday the 21st. That means from Earth, here's the Sun. Mercury will be on the exact opposite side of the Sun. No view of it, but it's going to just line up. You can kind of see in the image here. Here's the Earth, there's the Sun. That's where Mercury is. It's called superior conjunction because it's directly behind the Sun. We'll get, look for on January 20th through the 22nd, the return of the crescent moon with Earthshine. And that's basically, you're going to see the bright crescent part up, but you should be able to see the dark side of the moon light up as sunlight is reflected off Earth to the moon. Kind of a cool feature if you haven't seen Earthshine before. Target of the week, Jupiter, 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 Jupiter. It's going to be Jupiter for a while as I hit my microphone here. Jupiter's just gorgeous. Observed it at the end of each of the nights. It was up near zenith by the time we got there, about 2 o'clock in the morning, just right up there. Beautiful shots. It's going to be high in Gemini. It's actually, with Castor and Pollux, it's going to make it almost look like Castor and Pollux and Jupiter are like a triple system. So we're not just talking twins anymore, triplets. Okay. Anyway. So you can see that on, this is probably a really good thing to share in the video. Sunday morning, the 18th, a rare event occurs in the western U.S. Ganymede, Jupiter's largest moon, transits the face of the planet starting around 3:51 a.m. Eastern Time. That will be 1:51 my time in the morning, or if you're on the Pacific Coast, 12:51. And it will be followed by its massive dark shadow as the shadow goes across the face of Jupiter. Well, we're seeing. Don't forget, on the solar system, as we talked about the solar system, I got the 2 links to the common information from Star Walk and also from Skyhound, which I recommend the Skyhound. Some interesting news, 3i Atlas, you can see if you have a large scope. It's fading out. It's leaving our solar system. Good. It's in constellation of Cancer on the night of the 19th, very close to the galaxies NGC 2593 and 2596. Might be a good image target. I don't know how that will fit. I haven't looked that up yet. Let's look for a faint moving star with a distinct anti-tail, a spike pointing toward the sun. Because it's moving at 130,000 miles per hour, you may actually, over an hour, be able to detect its movement among the stars. You got 24P Shumos coming in, 9.9 to 10.5 in magnitude. It's moving through Bootes right now. It rises after midnight. It'll be high in the sky during the pre-dawn hours. You can see the description there. C2024E1 Wirchos, again, southern hemisphere mainly right now. It's very low in the southwestern sky if you're far enough south in the U.S. to do that. It's close to the sun. You're going to need a clear horizon. It's currently most active, so look for a condensed bright core on that one. For most observers and imagers, contrast against the twilight sky will be the main challenge in trying to get that. 2025 R2 Swan is a fainter but highly interesting target for a large Dobsonian. Brightness magnitude is 13 to 14. You do need a large scope for this or imaging. The view of the comet has really shown a strong anti-tail, again pointing toward the sun. In large aperture scopes or imaging, it will look like a thin needle-like streak of light extending from the nucleus in the wrong direction, not behind it, but toward the sun. It's supposed to be pretty cool. I haven't seen it yet. You can see the visible planets. Jupiter's up all night, rises in the east, sets in the west in the morning. Saturn, you got to see it early in the evening. Okay, the rings are nearly edge on, 2.2 degrees tilt. Maybe see Titan. It's going to look like the rings are puncturing the planet. It's almost like a needle, two needles puncturing Saturn. Neptune's very low. It's a dim blue-gray dot near Saturn, and then of course Mars and Venus aren't visible. Uranus is up there. It's small pale green. It's near the Pleiades, M45. You can still see that. Jupiter's past opposition now, so it's really bright. It's beautiful. It's a great time to get a scope out and look at it. I did it for a 4-inch here. You can go 4-inch or higher. I just think it's stunning in any type of scope in that aperture range. Saturn, the edge-on challenge, which I mentioned, it will look like a thin, bright needle piercing the planet. Okay. On January 22nd and 23rd, the thin crescent will be right next to Saturn. It's a great opportunity to see the contrast between the cratered moon and the smooth golden orb of Saturn. So take the time to do that. Ice giants, you can see here's the star chart for Uranus. There's Pleiades, basically right below. And then here we're looking at Neptune as it begins to fade into the morning star. Since Saturn and Neptune are getting lower in the sky, about 35 degrees and up, you may see some rainbow fringing on the edges of the planet. This is caused by Earth's atmosphere acting like a prism off the light coming from those two planets. So to fix that, try to observe them as early as possible after sunset while they're still at their highest point. The more those two planets come down into the muck, the more the Earth's atmosphere is going to act like a prism there on those. Planets are unlike stars. Planets, you will never see any scintillation or twinkling going on with a planet. That's only with stars, because the planets are so close that they hold their light, and it just appears very steady to us. Naked eye and constellation observing. Right now you got Orion, of course, is beautiful with the Hunter, with the belt stars you can look for. You can look for the hazy M42 naked eye, just hanging down from the 3 belt stars in the sword. Taurus, the bull, you can see the V shape with Aldebaran right there, nice bright orange star as it's charging at Orion from the west. Pleiades are there, so you can look for that. Gemini, the twins, 2 bright stars, Pollux and Castor. This week Jupiter sits right next to them, like I said, making the twins look like a triplet. Kind of a cool thing. In Canis Major, the big dog, you can follow Orion's sword down and to the left, leads you straight to Sirius. It's the brightest star in the sky. It's the heart of the great hunting dog, and some wonderful open clusters in there, which we'll talk about next week. Winter hexagon, just want to talk about that really quick. You can see the winter hexagon. I have it here labeled. That's also last week. I also put in the winter triangle. So basically you can go from Procyon to Betelgeuse to Sirius, and if you do that, it makes a wonderful triangle there, kind of tilted on its side. So take the time, if you're out just observing, see if you can get the winter hexagon. Did that the last couple nights, but also see if you can get the winter triangle. Best naked eye objects, again, Orion, Betelgeuse, Rigel, if you're looking for there, the belt, Pleiades, of course, Sirius, which we mentioned. Also, if you're at a dark site, see, I've been looking, I got a beautiful view from my dark sites of the winter Milky Way going from Cassiopeia all the way out to Orion, Monoceros, and all the way down to Canis Major. It's fainter the closer you get to Orion and Canis Major, but it is just gorgeous. It's wonderful to see. I like it, but I love both the Milky Way. Of course, I love the summer Milky Way. But if you take images, take an image and try to get a good shot of the winter Milky Way. There's a good challenge for you. Deep sky objects, we got a beginner, intermediate, and advanced imagers here. Sorry, I cut that off. You can see what they are here, what type they are, and what constellation they are. The bottom one, the Integrated Flux Nebula, IFN, is a dust nebula. Really Aries-Taurus area. I would say imaging only, and it's better if you had a pristine dark side. And then I just copied over the ultimate challenge from last week. And then there's some great news. I got something excited to share. I'm going to actually make a video on it and get out as a news event. But here are some things. James Webb Space Telescope found little red dots, specks in the early universe that really puzzled scientists. What they discovered was out of a paper published on the 14th, provided an answer. They thought maybe these were compact galaxies. They're not. They're actually supermassive black holes caught in a massive growth spurt. They are just sucking up cocoons of gas around them and consuming them so violently that they heat up and they glow red. It explains how billion-ton black holes existed just 700 million years after the Big Bang. Artemis 2, the main rocket, is rolling out. They're thinking tomorrow, Saturday the 17th, they're going to be able to begin rolling that out, and it will begin to launch with the first humans, including the first Canadian, to go to the moon in 50 years. It marks the start of our final integration and wet dress rehearsals, signaling that we're now just months away from a crewed lunar return. It's exciting. We're going back. Awesome. This is probably, as an amateur astronomer, I think a great thing. A potential great comet has been discovered. On January 13th, astronomers discovered a new member of the Creuth family of stargazing comets, previously designated 6AC 4721. Its early orbital data suggests this object could be unprecedented in size. It could just be huge. If, and that is the key, if it survives its close brush with the sun in April, it has the potential to become a daylight visible great comet similar to the legendary comet Ikea C of 1965. Okay, and I have a link there to an article that talks about it. I'll be doing my own video, quick video burst on that. That, if it survives its encounter with the sun, would be absolutely fantastic to see, both in the day and in the night. We're really excited about that. Of course, we had the emergency medical evacuation from the ISS this week. They all got back safe, and the astronaut is receiving the medical treatment that they need at this time. And then Webb detects a 10 quintillion hydrogen bomb eruption. So new images from the James Webb Space Telescopes revealed a staggering galactic eruption in a nearby galaxy. Powerful jets from the black hole are spewing hot gas in a processing wobbling pattern never seen before at this scale. The output is being described by researchers as equivalent to 10 quintillion hydrogen bombs exploding every second. A process that is effectively starving the galaxy by blowing away the gas needed to form new stars. Just similar to an article I posted earlier this week where they found an empty galaxy where its supermassive black hole had consumed the gas. The gas is needed to create star formation and new stars, and if this galaxy is eating up all that gas and spewing it out, there's just not going to be anything there for star formation. So huge observation there. Anyway, there's the newsletter for this week. I hope you have clear skies. I hope you're taking the time to look up and enjoy the night sky. So much up there to observe, so much that you can do. Anyway, clear skies to you. Hope things are great for you. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for gathering.